All right, the stream is up. Live on the Facebook on this one. Greetings, everybody. This is the National Real Estate Conversation with your host, Chris Hurley, here to help you get your words going each weekday morning in real estate. And we gather here, scriptsjedi.club, where you landed up. And we are gathering to practice our words of real estate to go out into the day, encounter people, come back with some success for us. Happy MLK Day to everybody, honoring Martin Luther King on this day. Yet some people still go and work and communicate and do things like that, and that's what we do. We do here. We just get together and start talking with people. You actually might have a better contact rate today if you talk to people because they're home. Holidays, snow days, other days are good days for us to reach out, check in, see how you're doing. The weather events are always a good reason to check in and see how people are doing, especially the elderly. Call the old people and find out how they're doing. Maybe you could be a resource. You never know what you could encounter by just being engaged. And that's what we do here every day. We had a good weekend. Got a buyer under contract in Raleigh. Pretty excited about that. What was a couple good things you had this weekend? Let's start off this week with something good. Tell me something good. You can raise a digital hand. Hala told us about a lead she generated at her open house. What do you got, Erica?
So something good, it's a personal good win. I actually went to go see a movie, Mean Girls, and just had dinner with some friends. And I met the organizer from going to support a client at another event like 5 months ago at her comedy show, and then became friends with one of her friends who invited me to meet 18 of her friends. So we all just hung out and got to know each other just by me showing up to support a client. And that original friend wasn't even at the event. So now I have 18 new friends because she also said, I want to connect each of you so you guys can help each other. Many of you are business owners. I want you to help each other grow each other's businesses, support each other, and just connect. So I thought it was really cool.
Oh, Erica, so tell me, what do you do for a living?
Oh, Chris, you know what? I'm so glad you asked. I actually have two businesses. Uh, the first one is I help people. My goodness gracious, I was not prepared.
That's it. You got to be ready for it.
I'm
That's
so
really
ready.
the
I was like,
question. That's
Chris,
the question.
I know, and I had a thing. What was my thing? Well, actually, for business owners in Bayside, I actually highlight, I feature, and I showcase their businesses to make sure that anyone in the community who's looking for a company just like them knows that they're in business and why they should potentially be doing business with them. And those who are outside of, and then I might ask, do you know
Yeah.
anyone? They know people in Bayside. And the other one is, I'm in the industry. I had a whole thing, Chris, and I forgot it.
And I
Um,
challenged you with you. You've been here for a long time. That was one of the things we were on the queue for today was what do you do for a living? That's a
I got it.
statement we should all have. Like we should all have that ready to roll because that conversation is just a normal one that will pop up. I have nothing else to ask you. So just tell me, what do you do for a living?
Chris, I
And
actually provide concierge level real estate services at any price point, locally, nationally, and internationally. I help people buy, sell, and invest in real estate anywhere in the globe.
yeah,
How can I help?
it's a script, everybody.
Who do you know
That's a
right now
script.
that I should be talking to? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for playing along, Erica. Great job. George Freelove has something good in Orlando.
Yeah, it's real interesting. I got a call Friday afternoon from someone that I talked to, have been talking to since April 25th of 2017. And he said that I've got a house down in the Lake Nona area and I need to get it sold. And you've been sending me information for a very long time. So I want you to list it for me, 630,000. And so we went down Saturday, looked at it, sent the paperwork off, and should get it back this morning.
George, did they talk about your fees for service or you just told them how much it was and they were ready to roll because they trusted you?
Never discussed it.
Don't need to discuss it, guys. Soma Seller net sheet. Here's the pricing windows. Here's what it puts out at the end. At this price tier is that price tier. This is just what we have as an expense model.
I just
So
put the commission in the listing agreement and sent all the paperwork to him.
that's it. Don't sweat it, guys. These are good deals that you can put together, but yet that's a marathon. George is talking about 6 years of a relationship, seven. But in the end, would you hang on to a name and a phone number for 20 grand? I would. Deb Bennett, tell us something good in Canada.
Well, I thought of something good while Erica was talking. I was out at a party, a fun party on Saturday night, and I was talking to someone who said, what do you do? And I said, I help people find their dream homes. And the party was at my friend Lisa's house. And they said, oh, are you Lisa's realtor? And I said, I am. And they said, oh my gosh, she's been talking about you.
The referrals work, guys. You got to be engaged with people and be ready to be curious about them. Say some thoughtful statements to attract some good conversations and build value, and just be ready for it. You can practice that here. Part of the themes we do each and every day is to rotate some conversations that you should anticipate. And those are some examples of good ones to just be ready to practice. In the chat, somebody said, are these recorded? So these are recorded on Facebook and on YouTube. So this is live streamed to both. So if you go to the National Real Estate Conversation page on Facebook, it's a group, or go to Scripps Jedi on YouTube, you'll find the live streams and some shorts and some other things. So you can engage with the content like that. You got something quickly, New York?
Got something quickly. Last week I was talking with an investor that I've done a couple of small pieces of business with. And I, look back at the week before when we were talking about when we asked people that, hey, everybody knows about 7 transactions that are going to occur, would you consider me for one of those projects? And so I asked him that, and he says, you know what? I got a 40 unit in Brooklyn that I need to get off my sheets. And so I took an investor over there. He's interested. So we're seeing if we can possibly close it. But it was a fun day, whether I get it or not.
Love it.
It was and reach out to all these guys that have projects going on.
And that's the relationships that you have built over the years in New York. And each of us has unique relationships like that with thoughtful conversations to them to challenge them about their finances, about their investing, and to see if there is an opportunity. That's awesome, Lorenzo. Congratulations for doing that. Terrence, quickly.
I had a client who I've been reaching out to for 4 years call me Saturday saying that I was reaching out to her for her primary residence, but she said, thank you for sending me so much information on my house. I've got 4 mobile homes on my land in Myrtle Beach, plus another house that I want to sell. Can you help me?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. We'll figure that out. Love it. The amazing part of this business, guys, is that we really can serve people internationally. Just on this call, you have several countries represented. I mean, Miriam's in Aruba. I don't know if she's licensed there yet. Miriam, did you apply for a real estate license in Aruba yet? You've been stranded there for a while. But there's a lot of opportunity for you to connect with people in many different cities and know that you're referring to somebody who's regularly active, like the people on this call are, conversating with each other, then being ready for the market. The mission of each week that you have in real estate should be centered around building contacts in your database. You heard some themes of leads. You might want to think of it as an avatar. What does your ideal avatar of a client look like? It may be a buyer, it may be a seller. Those are the kinds of things that if you can get some clarity for yourself, you can be ready to act when that person says words that make sense to that lead. So one of those things that we talk about is people who are in the market already. They're in the transaction. They are both for sale by owners and expireds. Those 2 pieces of business are people that have experience in the real estate market and have just chosen either unsuccessful approaches or they're choosing an approach that they think is better than working with us. So I'm just curious, on all my for sale by owner calls, what are you thinking? What's your plan? What are you doing? Tell me more about that. Give me enough information to see if I even want to help you. Because could you imagine a property that is for sale by owner that you don't want to work with? Like there was a listing that was an investor purchase listing. They purchased it for $550. 6 months later, they put it on the market for $700, and they put no disclosures on the table. so they won't represent anything about the house. And so it's a difficult listing to manage because there doesn't seem to be a level of communication between seller and buyer that's really forthcoming. And so that may be a complicated listing for you to manage. So on the front end, what kind of clients are you pursuing? And do you ask enough curious questions to be able to see if there is a relationship? So with the for sale by owner #1 call, which is in the chat now, that's just a curious call to see if they're cooperating with us. That's #1. And then #2, to see if you can see the property, to find out how long they intend to sell it on their own, all these kinds of little questions in here that builds rapport and then can attract that opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not finding the success that I want. What do you think? Then you're a consultant and you're helping them find the buyers that they maybe have missed in the market. So I'm going to role model this script. I put it in the chat. You can copy that. Who would like to be the for sale by owner that I call?
Me. I'll be your
Me.
first partner.
Marion, ring, ring, Marion.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm a local realtor. Is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay,
How
perfect.
can I help?
Are you cooperating with realtors to get the home sold?
I'm not sure. I already got so many phone calls, but yeah. What can you bring different?
Well, if I bring a buyer, would you be willing to pay a buyer's commission on that?
Well, if that meets my listing price that I have on mine, yeah. Do you have a buyer?
You know, I have a lot of buyers actually, but the best thing that buyers do for me is they ask me to go look at properties first and just make sure it's the right fit for them. Just out of curiosity, how long do you plan on selling the home on your own before you might consider hiring a realtor?
I'm just waiting for the winter to go by. Probably I'll start. I'm gonna list it on March.
Oh, on March. March, that's exciting. What's important about March?
I will have more opportunity to get more money for the value of my house that I'm thinking right now.
I understand. More money is important for sure. Have you ever sold a home before by yourself?
No, but no, I'm just, just waiting for a better market.
Okay, okay, I understand. And then once you sell this house, do you have a place where you're moving already, or do you need to find a home?
Yeah, probably we're planning to move to some place with a nice weather.
Oh, that is awesome. Nice weather is a really important decision in moving. Do you have a specific house in mind, or do you own a property already?
We already have a condo in Aruba, but probably we can, thinking on getting an Airbnb. Is very nice over there, I heard.
Oh, that sounds exciting. You know, one of the important things that I do is to keep up with the inventory in the market and to know what would be a good match for my clients. Could I stop by later today and just take a look at the property and see if I could match it with any of the people that I'm working with?
Oh, sure, yes. I'll be available only like for 15, 20 minutes. If that will be enough time for you?
Yeah, that's all I need. I just want to take a look at the property to meet you and to gather some information so that I can send it to the people that I work with. Would 4 o'clock or 6
Right.
o'clock be better?
4 o'clock is fine.
Very good. I'm gonna send you a Google Calendar invite. Are you familiar with using that?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So when you receive that, click yes on that. It'll appear on your calendar and my calendar. And if something comes up, you'll have my information. You'll know how to reach out to me. Sounds like a plan?
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Miriam. I'm looking forward to seeing you and checking out your beautiful home.
Thank you.
So it can be that easy. Miriam, thank you for playing along, but it can be difficult. Who would like to be a difficult for sale by owner?
I can be difficult, but somebody else can go if someone else wants to.
All right, Deb Mars, do you want to be difficult?
Sure.
All right. Terrence, you said you want to practice. Terrence, you want to call a FSBO? Deborah will be difficult.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, I was calling about the house for sale. Is it still available privately?
You're not another one of those realtors, are you?
I
I've
am
been
a realtor. I'm
hounded.
not another one of those realtors, though.
Oh, what do you mean about that? I mean, I've been slammed all day, and I really needed to get out the door. But if you got a buyer, you can bring them by. That's basically where I'm at.
And that's exactly why I wanted to reach out to you. Are you working with agents that would bring buyers to the table for you?
Not at this point. I've sold a couple of different houses in the past, and I know what I'm doing. So there's really no reason to have a realtor at this point.
Okay. When you sold those houses, did you get what you expected, or did you have to make some concessions on those houses?
Oh yeah, I got what I needed. You know, I looked around enough as far as what price points are going. And by the way, I got to get going. So if you got a realtor, got a buyer, you all can bring them on by.
I would love it, since you're packed for time. Will you be back for about 15 minutes later on this afternoon, maybe 2 or as late as 6 today, where I could come by and get eyes on it for my buyer?
I don't want any realtors coming by unless you bring a buyer with you. And so if you are serious about that, you can give me a call back. And
I am very serious, but I would like to come by and get my eyes on it so I don't have to bring several buyers by that it might not be perfect for you for them, because I know you got a limited window of time, so I can get out and
I'm not allowing anybody to come in this house unless you bring a buyer with you. So
okay,
you give me a call back if you have one. Okay. Thank
got
you.
it.
Bye.
That's where I got to work, Chris.
That's it. Well, listen, my friend, I wanted to give you a shot. You came looking to get prepped, but that's it, right? You're going to experience people like that. That's part of the journey. And if they don't let people into the house and make it more difficult for buyers to get access to it, you know what they also won't find? A buyer.
Yeah.
So there's people who are in the market. They're doing things in the market. They're worthy to call back. If Deborah's too busy all the time, no one's even going to be able to see it if they had a buyer. So it sounds like time's really important to you. Let me ask you this. If you could find more buyers by being in a situation where most buyers are looking, would that be an advantage? Just good conversations. Try to jump in and be curious about it and follow up. Usually at the 30 to 60-day mark is where the buttons start to pop for people, where they've tasted enough of the ice cream. They're like, I can't find any success here. Who's the person who's been consistent offering value? Let's call that realtor. It should be you. It should be you, the realtor, that is on the mind, present, service, being ready to help people. And then that's the fruit that comes back to us. So today's practice, you can practice for sale by owner in our breakout rooms or whatever you want. For sale by owner is just a simple way to gather some name, address, email, people in the market type situation so that you can then build a database of transactions. That's the pipeline tool this season, guys. You got to bring people into your conversations who are either influencers that are going to refer you people or they're close to a transaction. Because if everybody's staying in their own home 7 to 10 years now, we've got to find those people that are going to be the magnets to bring relationships back to us. So it may be your great work on a for sale by owner that starts a great referral chain because that for sale by owner was an independent advocate until they met with you. Then you sold their home and now they refer you all their people. So in the breakout rooms down below, you'll have a chance to go and jump in and do some workout for about 10 minutes, practice for sale by owner, whatever you want. We'll come back just before the top of the hour. Golden bumper sticker nuggets. Double thumbs up. See you on the other side. There we go. All right. In the main room, you stay here. You can ask whatever you want. Joseph Richards, are you available?
I'm available.
Inbound lead. Inbound lead. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Joe? Joseph?
This is, yes.
Joseph, was referred to you by a friend of mine about buying a home in Tampa, and we are doing some research on that, and he said I should reach out to you to find out more.
Okay. And this is
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Chris.
Chris. Okay. And you're wanting to help out in some way, or what's your
No,
interest?
I'm actually moving to Tampa,
Oh,
and I was told you could help find a place.
gotcha. Yes, no, I'd certainly be able to help you. Where are you moving from?
We're moving from Atlanta.
Atlanta. And what's bringing you down here, Chris?
I have a work transfer.
A work transfer. Okay, great. And is it just going to be you, or is there a family?
It's my wife and I and our young son, who's 4.
Oh, okay. And who's do you think is going to have maybe the most difficult time moving down here?
I don't know. We're really encouraged by this. So I think we're all on board, though sometimes my wife doesn't like to move too quickly. It's a necessary evil at this time she has to endure.
Okay, great. And have you spoken with a lender, or is there do you need some help with speaking with somebody about getting a mortgage, or are you going to be paying cash?
We'll have our credit union. We've already met with them, and I have a pre-approval letter for them, and so they're pre-approved us to 600,000, but I don't think I want to spend that much.
Gotcha. And is there a certain location, and what are you looking for in the home and the area that you are interested in? Do you know Tampa that well?
We don't know Tampa that well. If we wanted to lease a property first before we buy, is that something that you could help us with?
Yes, no, that certainly has happened quite a few times when in the past somebody was trying to figure out the area first and learn Tampa. I can also always provide information about certain areas, because there are kind of certain sections and stuff like that are different here in Tampa. So really trying to find out what your interests are and what you're looking for here in Tampa is really important. So is there a couple of things that you're looking for down here?
So we'd like to have a house with a nice level yard. I don't know if you've been to Atlanta, but many of the yards have a terrain to them. We want it level and flat. I think that's probably available in Florida, right?
Yes, it's pretty level here.
So that would be the first thing, a backyard for my son, and it should be fenced because we have a dog.
Okay, great. And if it doesn't have a fence, would you be interested in getting a fence, or a yard that could be fenced in?
Yeah, as long as it could be fenced in, and having the fence is important. Do you know somebody who could put a fence in?
Yeah, we have quite a few vendors that we can speak with, and we'll find the one that serves you best.
Okay, that sounds great.
And when do you think that you'll be making this move, Chris?
We'll be making it in the springtime, so I wanted to plan accordingly, probably in about 4 months.
Okay, that's perfect time to be able to, you called at a great time to be able to get all the information that you need and be able to find what you're looking for down here. So what we can do from this position here is I can start by at least sending you some maybe some properties, something like that, and also just give you my information on an email so that we can kind of continue to talk going forward. How does that sound?
That sounds great, Joe. Sounds like exactly what we're looking for.
Okay. Have you spoken to any other any other realtors?
No, we haven't.
Okay, great. Before I can start to work with you, we send over basically a sheet to sign that allows us to work together So if I can go ahead and get your email, I can send that on over to you, and then I can start to get working on this right away. How does that sound?
Sounds great. My email is blah, blah, blah at blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay, great. Well, Chris, is there any questions that you have for me at this point that you were thinking about before we move forward?
No, you came referred from my friend here, so I believe he knows you well, and I trust him. So I think everything's working exactly as he predicted.
Hey, I really appreciate you letting me know that he sent you on over. I'm going to go ahead and contact him and thank him for putting us together. So I really appreciate that. And let's like I said, I'll send that information over to you, and we can move forward here and get you what you're looking for.
That sounds great, Joe. I'm looking forward to it.
Appreciate it, Chris. You have a great day.
That's it. What personality style was I role modeling, guys? DISC. What was my personality style? You can effort that when you're doing role play with people. If you want to challenge yourself to think differently, think in one of the different personality styles and try to be that avatar. Try to be a high D, or try to be an SC, a slow, steady planner.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that at all, Chris, so I'm glad you brought that up. I wasn't thinking about your style. I was just trying to go through and get the information that was,
Can I coach you a little bit on that?
Yeah, please.
So did you guys hear the introduction of the signed agreement? Joseph, you did a great job on signed agreement, right? It's just natural to what we do. And basically for this call, we're not going to do a 30-minute sit down. But one of the things that would maybe level up prior to the completion of the agreement is a way that we can test drive our relationship. And that's the buyer intake form. You did some of it, which tell me about your family, but there can be a benefit to really going deeper in like a 15, 20 question format. Tell me about your experiences. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me tell you about the real estate here. Now that I've described that, what do you think about it? With that type of conversation investment, what you'll find is that they see now that we represent a professional, and that if there was an objection to being committed, that conversation validates that we're worth signing the agreement. And so that would be a value improvement, Joseph, that I would do, where I would say, okay, let's go through some questions I have so I can learn more about you. Now that I've asked all these questions, I'm so excited to get to help you. The next step for us is I'll send you a appointment agreement. That just means that I work for you in helping you find this house. Does that sound like a plan? Perfect. So when you get it, just click yes, yes, yes through those things, put your signature on, and we'll be ready to go. I had my current clients in Raleigh, very detail-oriented, director-level IT people. And so SC personalities, very planned. And so we literally spent our buyer intake meeting reviewing contracts, example contracts, reviewing CMA data for general market pricing around them. So they loved that data analysis that I provided. This family, the sister is a big realtor, owns a big real estate firm in Portland. The in-laws are also in the title business. And they said to me, Chris, you're the most thorough realtor we've worked with. You're the best. And I said, what an honor. And they've said it 3 times during our showings this weekend. And I'm honored because I want to be in alignment with people that really appreciate the way I deliver what they're looking for. And for some people, it's not too much information. They need us to narrow it down and make 3 decisions for them. For other people, it's all the information. Every document, everything, and just the access to that data shows that you're a pro.
Hey, Chris,
Yes, Lorenzo.
can we do a call of you being the for sale by owner?
Let's do it. You calling me?
I'm calling you.
Does anybody else want to practice with Lorenzo and be the first sale by owner? All right, I'll do it.
Okay, ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's Is 123 Main Street still available for sale?
Who's this?
My name is Lorenzo, and I'm looking at your property and want to see if it was still available for sale.
Yeah, it's still available. You thinking about buying it?
Yeah, I'm actually interested in looking at the property. You know, I'm an investor and also a broker, and I'm looking at the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not looking to list it though. I'm doing it on my own.
No, I'm not looking. I don't have the time to list your property. I'm looking to basically get your property sold. All right.
Yeah, you gotta. Are you a buyer yourself, or you got buyers you work with?
I'm both. I'm a buyer myself. I always look for opportunities, and I love for sale by owners because I normally find that they're about 20 to 30% below the market value. And so it's a great opportunity for me to pick up a piece of property and basically use it for my portfolio. Are you available this afternoon at either 2 or 4 o'clock?
No, today's no good. Today's no
good.
good. Can you come by over the weekend? I can't show it during the week.
Okay, then is Saturday or Sunday works best for you?
You can come by Saturday.
And Saturday, do you want to do 12 o'clock or would 4 o'clock work better?
No, do it later. 4 o'clock's better.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing you at 4 o'clock. Now, when I come across my buyers, I usually like to send information to the seller. What's your email address so I can get you all the information so you know you're working with qualified purchasers?
Blah, 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 at blah, blah, blah. But don't put me on any email spam list. I don't want to be getting any of your newsletters.
I barely know how to use the computer. I'm just going to send you what I have. You have a great day. Look forward to seeing you Saturday. And thank God for Dallas Cowboys going down under.
Yeah, I'll share that one with you. You see Mims isn't here. He's wallowing in his sorrow today. All right, 2 things I loved about Lorenzo's call that I don't know if you heard. He called and he said, I don't want to list your property. That's a beautiful pivot point. It's a beautiful pivot point. When they say you're thinking of coming to list, man, I don't have time to list your property. That immediately diffuses it. And then I don't even know how to use a computer is an easy diffuser to, are you going to spam me type thing. So that's the practice. Be ready to have good conversations with people. And I love that Lorenzo jumped up here and practiced. Deborah Morris is here.
I was just doing a takeaway. It's one thing I realized is more times than not, it's because they don't have time to sell their house. So that's what I kept hearing over and over again, that if we just listen, then may find the really reason why they can't sell and what they need you. So
Love it. Dig for the
Chris,
curiosity.
I just have one quick question. The part of, they usually sell at 20 to 30%. What do you think about that being in it? That's sort of like in my mindset to set them up that, if I do list it, I can get you more. So.
I like it. And I think with my personality style that I was doing a D direct personality style, you could challenge me that way. I think if you introduce that information to a high S or C, their thorough analysis may create a bone of contention between you. And they'll say, you don't know what you're talking about. How are you a professional? I know my numbers. So that would be the only thing. I would be listening for what type of disposition they have. And then,
who I'm talking to. Okay. Thank you.
All right, my friends, honored to have it. Once again, a great session today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Share the link, scriptsjedi.club. Help people navigate how to log on. There are still some people struggling. So we'll be back, though. Continuing to persevere, invite your friends and family. Great to see everybody today. Lisa Perlman is here. See her in her lovely living room. Go, Lisa.
Hey, you've received inspiration. Now go put in the perspiration and celebrate MLK Day.
Thank you. Have a great one, everybody. Bye. Have a great day.
Have a great week.